I believe it is important to showcase the Pan-African assets. It's a very challenging space at the moment, both in terms of gold but also in terms of South African mining.
The whole industry has experienced massive inflationary pressures over the last decade or two.
We're faced with a very low rand gold price.
A lot of the industry has become marginal from an economic perspective.
We've had a tough 24 months, but we believe we've acted decisively and quickly in order to remedy what was required. We aspire to be the gold investment of choice, not only in South Africa, but also from an international investor perspective. We have a sector-leading dividend. We've had to cut that in the last year, but we believe it'll be back in force going forward. We have very exciting growth. We have low-cost, sustainable, safe ounces in terms of tailings. We have a world-class underground long-life ore body in the form of Barberton. So all of those factors combined, we believe, to make us incredibly attractive for gold investors and for investors in general.
Pan-African differentiates itself from the rest of the mining sector in that it gives shareholders a proper return on their capital, and that is demonstrated with the sector-leading dividend yield that we've had in the past 5 years, as well as a very attractive return on equity. The challenges were specific to the underground operations at 8 Shaft. There we experienced massive cash flow hemorrhage, especially in the last financial year.
We could not afford to have the Evander underground continue and be loss-making. As a group, we're simply not big enough to absorb continuing losses. So we had to curtail that operation and then refocus on higher margin, low-cost operations such as Elikhulu.
The Elikhulu tailings retreatment plant in Evander is a key component of the future growth prospects of the company, and the project has been commissioned in record time.
It has taken us less than a year to try to construct a plant of this magnitude, which it hasn't been done before in South Africa.
We only received our definitive feasibility study in December 2016. We raised the money in April of 2017. All the permitting was in place by August of 2017. And we've built a 1.7 billion rand plant in less than 12 months. The key Pan-African strength is the ability to act quickly and execute well. In late December and in the first week of January 2018, the entire Pan-African management team was strategizing on how we turn the ship. And by the second week of January, we had developed a detailed action plan. I have to stress this was on top of remedial actions previously devised, implemented and communicated to the market. We have a track record of delivery, and we now had to use this track record to deliver much improved Pan-African. In terms of repositioning, it wasn't good enough to be the best or lowest cost gold producer in South Africa. We had to be competitive with international peers. That means not producing at an all-in cost of circa $1,200, but rather look to produce at an all-in cost of between $800 and $900 per ounce. The rest of this presentation will demonstrate how we have repositioned Pan-African to be even safer, be sustainable, be more profitable, resume a sector-leading dividend, and also grow a profitable production in future. Pan-African Resources has turned the corner. We have delivered on our undertakings over the last year. We have safe, profitable, and low-cost gold mining operations, and we have very exciting and attractive growth opportunities in the near future.
Kobus, I'm very excited to see another project possibly going ahead here, the Royal Sheba. This drilling in your backyard produced some fruit.
Yeah, it has, Martin. Obviously, the key focus of our management team over the next year will be delivering into our production guidance, which is 170,000 ounces. We need to make sure that Elikhulu works as we said it would work. We need to integrate ETRP into Elikhulu, but Royal Sheba certainly is massively exciting for the future. So we publicized some of the drill results. These results surpassed our own expectations.
You're talking about mouth-watering grades.
We are. Some of the open, so let's rather call it near-surface material, is grading almost 4 grams a ton. And I think what makes it even more attractive is the fact that it's not refractory in nature. So it means that it's very susceptible to CIL, a normal sort of crushing, milling and CIL circuit.
You've repositioned to a point where half of your material coming through is now has potential to be low cost.
Well, it's not only potential, it really is seriously low cost. So if you look at our updated numbers in terms of Elikhulu and ETRP, we can be producing at an all-in cost of approximately $650 per ounce. Barberton BTRP is slightly higher. We're sitting at $750 per ounce. But this is after installing the regrind circuit. It's also after installing a cyanide destruction plant, which makes the BTRP very environmentally friendly.
And you're not turning your back on the underground in the medium term. I mean, Egoli looks promising.
It does look very promising, but again, our shareholders want to see us deliver on the near-term objectives. I believe the shareholders would like to, again, have the dividend. So those are the focus areas in the next year. Egoli is very attractive, and we will monetize Egoli in the appropriate manner.
And you've always been sector leading in dividends. When can you get back to that position?
Well, we don't want to make a commitment right about now, but our board is very conscious of the requirement to again, commence the dividend, so we will do it at the earliest convenience, Martin.
And when you said, South Africa is a stage where it needs a lot of jobs, I looked at some of the projects here, and I looked at the number of people that you're employing. What sort of job opportunities do you think could arise if some of the things go ahead in the future, and how many people are you employing now?
Well, certainly the numbers come down in terms of employment after the retrenchments at Evander. At Barberton, we have about 1,900 full-time employees. We have about 600 contractors. At the Elikhulu project during construction, we employed more than 1,700 people. It'll be now almost 400 people once we're running steady state. And then again, as you've said, I mean, these projects will definitely create opportunities, and these projects will create employment going forward. We have an attractive producing portfolio, we're generating profits, and we have the internal growth as far as production and profits are concerned. We're guiding 170,000 ounces for the next year. The underground should be producing at all in below $1,000 per ounce, and then the tailings business, certainly Elikhulu, ETRP, should be performing at about $650 with a BTRP at $750 per ounce, which is very competitive even when we compare ourselves to international peers.
That was Creamer Media's Mining Weekly Online, speaking to Kobus Loots, the CEO of Pan African Resources.